at the end of the stream here.
We just got
cool.
here.
Oh, good.
We just got
I'll
here.
stick
Now
around and watch
Hammerhands.
that because
okay.
I like
right.
that shit, man. I thought it turned out pretty
Hello.
good.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna go Hammerhand. You guys want to sub to Hammerhand? Mons put his channel in the chat. He does his live stream
sub to
sermon
Hammerhand.
tomorrow
Do
at
it.
7:20.
Do it now. The Sunday sermon.
Yeah, 7:25.
Yeah, 7:25 Eastern Standard Time. Make sure you support him on Rumble. Go get a Rumble account. Sub to him there. And thank you, Hammerhand, for joining me. I'll talk to you later.
Oh, man, it's been my pleasure. Peace out, guys.
My pleasure. He never comes on my chat.
Peace.
Or son of a bitch. Hammer.
What's up,
yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Just what I needed.
Yeah.
Control the show.
Oh, sure.
Sure.
Cool.
Yeah.
Hey, tell us about how the Krillin video is doing and what's it's about.
Right.
All right.
Live, but just barely.
Last night, I uploaded an hour and
XYZ
10-minute long
CTO.
video about Krillin
Easter
from
Sunday.
Dragon Ball Z,
Tom Laundry,
right?
Mr.
It's
Heavy
not doing
Four
as
Speed.
good as I'd hoped
The
view-wise.
Dodge Master
I
of
don't
Canada.
Know, maybe
Oh my God.
issues were too much.
Yeah, we just missed Hammer. So
Maybe
let's,
the title, thumbnail.
let's go back.
You know,
we can do that.
You can become a top 1%er.
Oh,
Instead, what they
Jesus.
try to prescribe is like a world that doesn't
God.
exist anymore. Like this is
no.
no good because women have birth
Oh,
control,
no.
because women are, earning money and blah 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 blah. It's like, okay, well that's not changing.
Well, you're fucked in the head, Destiny. So that's all right. There's room in this world for people who think like you, meaning you don't think because you have no brain in your brain pan. Well, I can talk fast though, and I kind of sound like I'm talking about. Fuck you.
So you have to give advice to the world that exists now.
Fuck you.
No, that's changing.
Yeah.
Women, wait.
Poor Destiny.
The availability of synthetic biopharmaceuticals.
Isn't he like a major cuck? Did his wifey run off with some dude from Amsterdam? Yeah, I guess he didn't have. He wasn't packing heat where it was necessary.
It's never going to change.
What? Why are you like this,
that's
hamster? Why?
Access to tax dollars.
Tough job.
free,
Somebody's got to do it.
Save my life. I banked Tyrone funds. Is never going to change.
Ooh.
You think the U.S. is always going to be around printing money?
My name
to
is Destiny.
Save
I have a
slaves?
highway up my
You
bunghole.
think for the entirety of human history, the rest of human history,
Bunghole.
this empire will stand? Give me an example. What's your evidence? What empire, what nation gave money to women who gave children to criminals and is still around?
Yeah.
Here's another one.
Ooh.
Name any nation ever that imported invaders and then legally armed them.
Rome.
That's not gonna go over well.
Yes.
Because that's happening right now.
Yep.
So yeah, things are changing, homeboy. Things are changing.
When you live online and you can call the cops and they're at your house in 2 minutes because you're a celebrity, you don't think the nation will ever fall. The rich people in Rome always thought Rome's walls would stand. They thought their gold was safe. They thought their women and daughters were safe. Until the Vandals showed up.
Yeah. Germans.
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Now, not tell guys you have to become a top 1%er. You need to earn so much fucking money that the
Here we
traditional
go.
girls
Here we
will
go.
go back to liking you. It's never advice geared
It's
towards.
never gonna be. Oh my God! Stop it! You can't be You got to be like me. Oh God, a soy boy.
Well, how do you navigate the modern world where women
That's the
don't
way you
need
get
men as
women.
much? Where women
You be a soy boy and let your women fuck other dudes, because that's the way you got to do it in this world. Oh my God.
You want a trad girl?
Yeah.
Literally, get fit.
Yes.
Get religious. Make money.
What I want to do is I want a girlfriend, but she can go off and fuck any other dude she wants to, and I don't mind because and I'll pay for everything because reason. Yeah, fucking A, man. Sign me up for that, Destiny. Go ahead, please. Oh Jesus.
Poor men are passport bros. Poor men are passport bros.
Yeah, it's not terribly hard. I don't think that poor men are passport bros. You're not poor when you're dumping thousands of dollars and flying across the fucking world.
Yeah, I don't want to do that either. So
now, you may not be rich, but you're not poor.
Destiny's saying you can't just say get rich.
I understand, the the attraction of the passport bro. I get it. You know, go overseas, whatever. It's not for me. You know, I'm too old. None of those Taiwanese chicks, you know, or Thailand or whatever, Thai chicks, they don't want me. I'm fat and old, and I have a small penis. So there's, yes, but you have big fat wallet. Well, yeah, sort of.
Well,
yeah, no, I think not. I'm too old for that shit. You know, let's be honest. I'm not going to go chase pie overseas or chase pie anywhere. I don't care anymore. It's not important to me. The things that I want that are important to me, I will figure out a way to get it. Poon is not one of them. Just say it. You know. Oh my God, hamster, you mean you're gay? No, I'm not. I'm just not interested in going through all the bullshit. It's easy. See, I'm looking around for a house, maybe, you know, or you know, a plot of land somewhere. The whole female thing is not part of the equation. Now, who knows? I might meet some smoking hot 54-year-old. You never know. Just to have somebody around, because I don't get enough shit at work, so I gotta come home and have some bitching. It's beautiful.
Then get rich. I'm just saying, have $20,000 saved up, and with that much money,
$20K, man,
you will.
Do you realize? Rich. Do you realize that
20,000? All right.
90% of Americans can't lay their hands on $1,000.
I mean, that's fucking frightening, isn't it? I mean, I used to be in that world where, you know, paycheck to paycheck, you know, you had a place to live and a car and everything, but everything you fucking made, you worked all week, overtime, and everything went out the fucking door. You had $5 left over. It's like, Jesus, do I really want to do that again? No. That would be a big fucking no. Thank you.
That includes women and children.
You're old.
So they're not really listening to me.
90%.
Yes. You could call it old, or you could call it well seasoned. You know what I'm saying?
3%, bro.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's insane, man. That's insane.
It's unfortunate.
I mean, you know, I was Poe when I was younger. Didn't have a pot to piss in or a fucking window to throw it out of. And even then, when I was, you know, paycheck, I still had a couple $100. You know, nowadays, nobody has nothing. That's fucking crazy. Yeah, you got the McMansion, you got the BMW, you got the boat, and you got the fucking scooter, and you got the fucking water, whatever. But you got no cash. Everything is going out the door. Oh, my God, that's frightening. That scares me to death, to be honest with you, you know? I mean, Jesus Christ. I did like 20 years of that when I was younger. No, no, thank you.
Who can make money and save money? If they want traditional wives, they can get it. The thing is, most men that make and save money that are single.
See, the one thing I don't have is enough beer. I only got. Oh God, a not well planned evening. Anyway, thanks for coming, guys. Good to see you. All right, who's in the chat? Sharzanable is back. He took a nap and came back for more from the hamster. Easter Sunday is also back. Previous video, Easter Sunday's wanging on his wanger, his big wang. He posted, he said, oh my God, it's a Gibson AC/DC guitar. Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, let's go back to this Undead Chronic live show with the Hammer Hand. The Hammer.
They just play the field.
Don't hurt him, Hammer.
And there's a difference, right? Like, there's guys that will come to me and say, Chronic, how do I bang salutes? Right?
Yeah, here. Wait.
And
hold on. Don't worry about banging salutes. Get your money set. Get that figured out first, and then go chase the poon. Get your money figured out. Get your job figured out. Get all that shit so you got a house, you got a place to live, you got a car to drive, maybe a toy, and then worry about the women. Because if you ain't got all that shit, they're not going to pay attention to you anyway. Oh, but I'm a Chad Thundercock. Sure, you can get laid, but you're not going to get anything out of that except getting laid. And I mean, that's fun. Not going to get a relationship. Get your stuff together. Get your money all right, baby.
I tell them, get ripped, make money, work on your social skills.
Yes.
Other guys come with Chronic. I want a traditional wife. I want a
traditional wife. They
make
don't
money,
exist anymore. Sorry.
get jacked, up your social
No.
skills, no having no
Sorry.
diamond.
Oh God.
That's the only difference.
Yeah. No. Get your shit together first, boys.
You want to finish this one up, Hammer?
Otherwise, you're just
Yes,
wasting
sir.
your fucking
Let's
time and
roll.
money.
Let's
When we're
close
looking
it.
for different things in relationships, how do you navigate?
Oh God.
Dude, this guy is
Oh
look,
no.
normal playback speed.
It's destiny.
Yeah.
He's used to
Yeah.
just speaking over people.
That's what he likes
Yes,
to do. He speaks
he's
fast.
used to being able to run people over.
Mhm.
that? It's just like we need to go back to the days of old, and everything is messed up now because
Yeah, I mean, and his arguments are mostly shit. You know, that's the interesting part about Destiny and Not So Erudite and some of the clones of Destiny. It's like your arguments suck, but you talk fast and you say big words. Oh my God, listen to him
it's a feminine
say big words and shit. He must be really smart and everything.
and complaining and blah 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 blah. Yeah.
Right.
This episode,
And that's the
Oh,
end of the. That's the
wow.
end
Who
of
the
that.
who the fuck says that? Nobody that I know
Uh-huh.
is saying we need to go back to the olden days.
I don't know.
Nobody, everybody understands 100%. That's not going to happen.
See, we would just like women and men to stop being hoes. Simple. It's easy. And it's, it's painful for the women. Oh my God, what do you mean? You're trying to put me in the kitchen? No. Just stop being a hoe. And men, stop being a hoe. Get some Jesus pill going here. Jesus, there's a reason, why our ancestors thousands of years ago started writing this stuff down. It eventually became the Bible, the Quran, all that. There's a reason. It's just not chance. There's a reason why these things are written down. It's like, don't do this, don't do that, because experience. You know what I'm saying? Thousands of years ago, people were writing this stuff down. First time they could scratch on a fucking tablet saying, hey, don't hoe around. Don't do that. It's bad. But we don't care.
I mean, Hammerhead. I'm a trad boy. I'm tradition. I'm a trad.
Oh, no.
con.
Oh,
I
no.
want to go back to the
Traditional
50s,
Yes.
Hammerhead. The 1350s.
Bitches in the kitchen.
Yes.
So when it
Yes,
comes
sir.
to social
Bitching in the kitchen. Yeah.
policy, I want to go back to
Yes,
the
sir.
1350s.
Absolutely.
That's not like, but he's like, it's
Yeah.
never going to change. Yeah, I bet the rich Romans who were like buying newspapers about their favorite prostitutes and how many men they bedded in a competition. That's a real thing. I'm going to have to cover that story.
Yeah.
There's a
That
series
would
of
be
Roman
interesting.
news presses. There was two prostitutes that had a competition of who could bang the most men in one night. It went on
In Rome? Oh, okay. Well, it's not a real surprise. And Rome fell. And there you go.
for years, and it was the most popular story Romans wanted to hear about.
Mm,
That's interesting, isn't
yes.
Yeah, look, we're not going back to the time where women are loyal to one man. Look at all these
Oh my
stories about the
God.
prostitute. And then what did the Vandals do?
Vandals came in and they took care of business. They took care of business. You know what I'm saying? I think you do. Tom Laundry says some of those ladies have wieners. That's not a knife. That was a good fucking movie. It really was. Just fun. And that chick, whatever her name was, the Polish chick, Linda Kozłowski. I think she was a redhead.
Oh man, that's
Or she should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What did the Mongols do?
If she wasn't.
What did the Visigoths do? What did the Franks do?
Visigoths.
It's, again, a
and the
lack of
Germans.
appreciation for history. And what is history?
Yeah, those Germans have always been a little jumpy, haven't they? Even the Romans were getting whacked by the Germans. Oh my God, you Germans! Ja, Deutschland! Ah.
The stories of men who killed other men.
What is it? Deutschland über alles? Is that a Schwarzenegger? Yes.
That's what it is.
pretty much. And
So,
everybody
oh my
else
God,
is
wanna
kinda
know-
He's so
If you're
smart.
gonna get killed by
He
a
can
group of
speak
men,
German and
Or
everything.
if
Oh
you're
my
going to kill
God.
other men, you should probably study history. But studying history is not as important as slurping up urethral fluids for Destiny and Chris Williamson.
Don't be Captain Saban. Oh, oh,
Mm-mm-mm.
what are you guys doing? You drinking tonight? What's going on? I only have 2 beers left, so we're just gonna chill out for a few minutes.
Yep.
Why not?
Sir,
I'm not sure how much more
He's gonna
time you
fly
have,
the
but I do
plane,
have one more video I want to show you, and I actually made it
Yeah, flying the plane on Google Earth requires more brewskis. So maybe we'll do that tomorrow.
Have you seen my Camel Lives Matter video?
I didn't watch the Barbie movie, Kevin Killjoy, because I don't go to the movies. Excuse me, is it free on YouTube somewhere? Maybe. Okay, I might watch it then, but paying what, $20 to go to a fucking theater? No. Oh. Oh,
Yes.
Oh, you did? Damn. Oh,
Yes, I saw
Did
that
you like
on
it?
that was last night, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Last
it
night,
was
I
fucking
got up at
Iowa.
like 6 in the morning. I couldn't go to sleep. I'm like, fuck it.
Yeah,
I'm making
yeah,
a
yeah.
Camel Lives Matter like information video.
I saw what time it dropped, and I'm like, what the fuck is he doing, man?
Did you like it?
Yeah, cool. Let's watch it. Yeah, I watched it.
Yeah.
I just made a PowerPoint and I just clicked through it with a beat.
I thought
Yeah.
that was funny, man. I
Yeah.
got a chuckle out of that. That was funny.
So,
All right.
Alex, do you have time left, or you got to scoot out of here soon?
I kind of got to scoot.
Get the hell out of here.
And
Yo.
really get my ass up and finish what I was doing before I jumped in here.
So, what time tomorrow can I expect your sermon?
7:25
yeah.
p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes.
As usual, Sunday and Thursday every single week.
So, an hour on YouTube,
goody.
and an hour on Rumble.
Yeah, I try to give about 30 or 35 minutes on YouTube. Sometimes we just get engrossed, and I put an hour there.
Yes.
And I did that on Thursday, and then I went.
Feeling bad for him, which is, I guess, somewhat cruel, but you know, maybe you guys will understand why it's kind of tough to kind of feel bad for people like them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, fine. Let's start. So what is the femcel's grand plight?
Bass FZZ talking about fem cells. And why not?
Ultimately, if you listen to what they say, the femcel's grand plight is she can't
Godfather of Ramadi, you can't put the toothpaste back in the tube. That is correct, sir.
find men that she wants. Not that there aren't men available,
Uh-huh.
they're just not the men that she wants.
Right.
Now, to be fair to the femcel, and this
Yeah.
is me having empathy for them, just because someone wants you doesn't mean that
excuse me.
you are under,
Don't hurt yourself with that empathy there, sir. Don't do that.
as they like to put, any obligation of which to reciprocate that. Just because someone fancies you does not mean that you should.
Where are all the good men? All the good men are gone. Really? You mean, again, one must translate all the time. When the women say something, they're not saying the whole thing, right? Where are all the good men? And implied, tall, good-looking, dark, handsome, tall, and has lots of money and a big wanker. I don't need to say that because it's obvious, and that.
Care about their opinions or care about them as people or try to interact with them, date them, and understand them. That's true.
Oh my God, is MGTOW Outlaw in the building? Oh my God. He's here again. He took a break from chasing his sisters around at the family reunion down in Alabama.
The only problem is there's a great demonization of, I'm getting ahead of myself.
Yes.
I am. I'm getting ahead of myself. I mean, it's just, I get it. And like, if we're just going to stop and discuss.
Hard to see, but this guy's like 6'4". He never, you never see him say he's a big guy. Yeah, it's a good man down in Florida. Sorry, yes, live in Florida, but at least he's northern Florida. It's probably not quite as brutal.
It is true. Femcells, or any young lady for that matter, they're not obligated to like men or return men's affection just because men like them. Like, there's
Excuse me, why are you ripping on Florida Hamster? Oh my God, what do you know about Florida? Well, I grew up there, so fuck off. What? I didn't say a thing. What are you saying?
and that's just an objectively true statement. There's no real argument.
Exactly, Michelle Guevara. The Frenchy French fry. The pommes frites guy from France. Yeah.
For that. I don't think, as far as I know, as far as I understand, there's nowhere you can kind of slide in just because a man likes a woman means that a young lady should give a damn about him.
So, I mean, if in France, in Frenchy talk, pommes frites, right? French fries. But everything is a pomme. So how do you know? Pommes frites, bonjour, mon ami, whatever. Do you get apple fries? Do you get peach fries? Oh, God damn it! I want French fries. We don't talk like that here in France. We call them freedom fries. What? Yes.
Don't worry, I'll circle back to this at the end of the video, or at least.
Dream ride music. Hamster sounds like Mr. Reagan. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. I'll take that as a compliment. I'm not, but thanks.
Towards the end of it, to that extent, I must give femcells their right to exist. Now, of course, most people will then claim that femcells don't exist. And I would argue that that's not entirely true.
Well, yeah, no, I get your point, Fuzz. Yeah, any woman at any time, at any moment, can go out in the middle of the street and say, "Somebody come and fuck me," and they'll find somebody to come and fuck them. But I get your point, though. I do. Go ahead.
Now, if you remove the involuntary implication from femcell, and if you just remove the fem from femcell, you just get cell, which is shorthand for celibate. As such, if females are abstaining from sex with men they don't want, then they would be.
I'm not a crook, Kevin. Well, I think it's not Ronald Reagan. Mr. Reagan is he's a YouTube guy. A lot of people say, "Oh my God, Hamster, you sound like Markiplier." It's like, okay, Markiplier. Like, oh my God. I don't know if I do or not, but whatever. Fun. Happy Saturday night. Another Saturday night, and I ain't got no money.
By definition.
Yeah.
Well, celibate. So they exist, but the thing about being a femcell.
Oh my God, Duncan Iron Knuckles. Abstaining from men, but not prosthetics or dogs. Why do you think they invented the dishwasher, Mr. Iron Knuckles? Because you could put your dildos in there. Oh my God, women. Women's be crazy. Yeah.
Is really, when you really translate the word, when you really go the extra mile, really it's a mostly average to unattractive woman that doesn't like the fact that average to ugly men want her. And as vain as it might be.
Oh, God. Good vibrations. Exactly, Dernan.
It's fair to not want to date.
Shake it up. Whoa, my God. Oh, my God.
People that you don't fancy.
My plastic fantastic lover. Fresh out of the dishwasher. Oh, my God. It's so warm. Let's go.
It's your prerogative. Now, therein lies the issue. As much as it is the femcell's prerogative, how much ground does she have? See,
my prerogative. Boom, boom, boom. That's Bobby Brown, I think, wasn't it? Yeah.
Keep getting ahead of myself, right? Because as much.
Imagine Bobby Brown got to bang Whitney Houston. Oh, fuck. Oh, God, the world is a weird fucking place.
As much as I get it, there's a lot of counterpoints to kind of the discussion on the topic that I keep trying to save for the later half of the video. Because I just kind of want the first couple of minutes to just be me laying the groundwork.
Excuse me. It depends if the catcher's mitt is made out of roast beef. Oh, God.
That it's fair to be, just celibate. Because that's what they are. They're just celibate. They don't like the men that want to date them. And they have no obligation to date those men.
Well, yeah, but it eventually becomes a numbers game, doesn't it? You know, it's math. Or if you're overseas, it's maths. You know, there's 5%, 5 out of 100 guys you want to date, and all the other women want to date them too. Or, oh my God, gee, it's math. It's not that hard.
If they don't find those men attractive.
Oh, but Disney movies told me the princess. Oh man,
and it's just their prerogative. Now, I'm not coming from the school of Jordan B. Peterson and this nonsensical idea of
roast beef and special sauce
of Exhibit A.
Would say to young men who are irritated at women is, if you're irritated at women, you know, as a class of creature, there's something wrong.
Something wrong with you? Is that it?
Wrong with you because they're right. As a class of creature, there's something wrong with you. if you're irritated at women, as a class
Ugh.
of creature, there's something wrong with you.
See, there you go, Dr. Jordan Peterson. There's something wrong with you, boys. Don't notice the obvious. Ignore that, and go for the women. Otherwise, there's something wrong with you or something. Eh?
Because they're right. You're wrong. They're right to not pick you. If they're not picking you, it's because they're right.
I see. Okay. Because I'm a loser. So why don't you?
They're right
Yeah,
to not pick you. If they're not picking
Right.
you, it's because they're right.
Yeah,
I see. Yeah.
I'm not up there, and I'm also
Okay.
not from Exhibit B here.
One of the things I see problematic
Uh-huh.
in the so-called manosphere online, it's because all the men who are unsuccessful are clattering on about what's wrong with women. Manosphere online, it's because all the men who are unsuccessful are clattering on about what's wrong with women. Manosphere online, it's because all the men who are unsuccessful are clattering on about what's wrong with women.
Because there cannot never be anything wrong with women. They're perfect. They're all special angels. They're not human. They're a special class of superhuman. Perfect. Anything you say about them is wrong because they're women. Come on now, Jordan. Were you still on your benzos at this point? Yeah, maybe.
Manosphere online, it's because all the men who are unsuccessful are clattering on about what's wrong with women. It's
Well, I mean, the thing with Dr. Peterson is his daughter turned out to be a sleut. So, so whatever he was, trying to do there didn't work. Didn't she get banged by Andrew Tate? Well, I'm not here to spread rumors about people. Let's just say that it didn't work out as well as Mr. Peterson, Dr. Peterson, thought it was going to work out. Know what I'm saying?
like, by definition, there's nothing wrong with women, right? If you're not adapting yourself to women, it's not the women's problem.
Yeah, of course. It's always the fault of man.
And there's nothing wrong with women, right? If you're not adapting yourself to women, it's not the women's problem. And there's nothing wrong with women, right? If you're not adapting yourself to women, it's not the women's problem.
Right.
It's your problem. And that's by
Yeah, Beck. I'm a loser, baby. I've got the soy, whatever that was. I'm a loser, baby.
definition. And it's the same thing in relationship to your relationship.
Right.
It's your problem. And right, if you're not adapting yourself to women, it's not the women's problem.
Right.
It's your problem. And right, if you're not adapting yourself to women, it's not the women's problem.
Right.
It's your problem. And
Of course it is. Of course it is. You dumbass men. It's not the women, it's you. Uh-huh. Right. Okay, sure. Dr. Peterson, thank you for your advice.
that's by definition. And it's the same thing in relationship to your relationship to the world, is that if your sacrifices aren't being rewarded, the right question to ask is, how am I prideful and blind? Not how is the world constituted in an ill-gotten manner?
Mm-hmm. Let's hear what Fuzz has to say about
I
that.
do think that it is absolutely women's problem because women are a part of humanity and sexual reproduction is what creates more humans in order to have the concept of humanity. And so it is kind of their problem. I know a lot of people look at dating as just simply just their validation machine and make them feel good. But
Yeah. The thing is, regardless of what Jordan Peterson says or whoever says, half the fucking world is women. Half of the world. And they're blameless. They're perfect. Nothing they do could possibly. No. It's you just haven't stepped up to the plate, you loser. What the fuck is this? What kind of blue-pilled nonsense, Mr. Peterson, Dr. Peterson? That's some crazy talk there, man.
in reality, we are talking about, well, the destiny of the human species.
Yeah, the pathetic weasel comment. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
It is actually kind of that dire. Like, I get it. You know, you're like, I'm just a drop in the ocean, man. I'm just one.
Yes, soy unperverted. I'm a loser, baby. So why don't you off me? Get busy with the cheese
One
whiz.
person, man.
Yeah.
But then the ocean is a collection of single drops. So
Right.
I'm just saying. My point is, the issue does need to be discussed, and the issue is extremely important.
Yeah, exactly. Man up, you pussies. If you're not getting women, it's because you've got a problem. Oh, okay. What if I fix all of my so-called problems and I still don't get women? Well, it's still your fault. You didn't do it good enough. Dr. Jordan Peterson. I mean, he's an old head. He's a gray beard, right? I get it. He hasn't been on the, I mean, his wife, they met in high school or something. So he's not been out in the world. And admittedly, I'm not either. I don't want to deal with it. But there are a lot of young men out there like Jordan Peterson. He's the shit. Don't listen to him when it comes to women. He doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. Okay? He hasn't been in the dating world, and most of us haven't for a long time. But I can tell you this. The only thing I know, it wasn't like this 30 years ago. It was not this fucking nuts. I mean, men were men, women were women. We're still trying to get some poon, but it wasn't this fucking crazy. I mean, you didn't run into a chick who's 22, has a body count of 100. Just didn't happen. She was a town bicycle. Everybody gets a ride, right? That's fucking normal. It's been normalized. Oh, no, that's perfectly acceptable. It's just sewing her while it's finding herself. What the fuck, people? Oh, God.
It's just really tough for me to really figure out what they want. You know, incels, I get.
Oh, Johnny Midnight, come on now. Stop it. You're just so mean. And whatever. Johnny Midnight is here.
What they want. Incels want to be loved. And by that extent, you know, femcells also would want to be loved. The thing is.
But only by the right guy. The top 5% guy. It's a numbers game. It's math. And apparently some women have problems. Why do you hate women? I don't.
Where incels do ultimately, a lot of the times, become extremely fatalistic on the way that they look. Femcells aren't really so much fatalistic as much as they're just really sad.
Easter Sunday says he had to have his house exorcised by a nun because yeah. There are demons among us, you know, believe in the metaphysical or not, believe in God, doesn't matter. There's some demonic shit going on these days. Not just with women, with everybody. There's some demon spirit going on here, boys. I don't know how to explain it, except it ain't human. There's something weird going on.
About the options presented to them. You know, one of the most common threads I see lots of femcells say are two things. One is that men only really want to have sex with them. And some people love to equivocate the friend zone with the
no, equivalence. Whatever. I'm gonna have to call you first.
Smash zone, the fuck zone. I don't want to use without profanity too much anymore. Because I want the sense. I want to get some YouTube shackles. Okay, I'm sorry.
Juan Queso is in the building. Juan Cheese. Oh my God.
No, but
the cheese master is here.
Seriously, people love to try to equate like they're the same thing. They're not really the same thing. I mean, they're only the same thing so far as a human is reduced to their utility of what a sexual relationship would be. So far as in the friend zone, you're treated like a boyfriend, where the woman is equal parts possessive of you and requires your time and attention and resources. But
except you get no poon.
Doesn't reciprocate. Yeah. Much in the same way, in the smash zone, you know, the male requires your body, but from that point, he doesn't care too much about you anymore. I guess as far as a reduction.
Riggers here. Riggers. Oh my God. The herpes master from Nebraska.
They're kind of similar, but not quite the same. And the reason why they're not really.
Who are you? Who 346? Hello.
Quite the same is because, one, there's more obligation from the male side as a friend than there is from the female side as being a side piece.
Now, what is the reason men have girls as friends? So this is something women don't understand. Oh my God. No, it's not like that. He's like my brother. Dude. The guy is there hauling your shit upstairs and fixing your car because he wants to fucking get laid. Oh my God. Oh no, it's not true for him. He's different. Is he? No. You're fucking. God. Yeah.
Also, sex is mutually beneficial. I'm really sick and tired of people, particularly young ladies, pretending
Everyone likes to bust, once in a while.
that sex is something men do to them.
Bust it.
Sex is something that they use and not something they are a participant of.
Slap them cheeks, yo.
That's a whole nother video we'll talk about some other time.
Right.
The point is, so far as description of reducing a person to one half of the sexual relationship, the friend zone and the smash zone are the same. But when you really look at the details, not quite. There's more obligation when you're a friend zone male than when you're a smash zone woman.
Oh yeah. I mean, it's not the only reason I think to hang around with chicks is try to fuck them. I mean, women have a different perspective. They're good to talk to. Friend of mine, Barb. It's fun to talk to. Never had any of that business going on, but we always talk for 40 years now. So there are other reasons, but in general, I think it's a safe thing to say that if you're hanging out in the friend zone, it's not because you just want to be friends with her. You want to bang. You want to bang that bitch. Oh.
Now, of course, it sounds like I've gone off the beaten path, but I really haven't. The femcel complains about the fact that they could put in an area where men only want to have sex with them.
Easter Sunday says I ended up sleeping with almost all the women I was ever friends with. Well, obviously, you can play guitar and you're a charming looking fella. So yeah, I can understand why those women were begging for the cock.
If you're still able
to
have sex, you then by definition are just celibate because you're just abstaining from having sex, which is per your right. You are correct to do so.
Course,
but to complain that your only options just want to have sex with you doesn't really make a lot of sense, especially if you then complain about being an unattractive female as well, which a lot of them do. They complain about how they're simultaneously unattractive, but men just
Johnny Midnight cock. Yes. Give me some cock.
Want to have sex with them.
Bang, 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 bang.
Okay, I guess that.
I want to get sweaty with you, baby. Coming. Just push those bags of Cheetos and Mountain Dew bottles out of the way. Let's go.
Right?
Yes, we can have cold pizza for breakfast. Just suck my knob. Do it.
Oh, we love this. Men will have sex with anything. Men will smash anything. They love to say. And then it's like, no, we won't.
Yeah, it isn't the same without your thumbs. That sucks. Sorry,
but right, I get it. Like it's a meme, but just you gotta leave where it is. It's a meme, right? Men have a wide range of what they find attractive, but
yeah. Is it breathing and is it a female? Okay, woof.
There are limits to that. People seem to not realize that. Listen, point is. Well, that's the first complaint. The second complaint of the femcel, which is what we saw in the previous video, is they love to over-exaggerate. Like
even if she's ugly as fuck, she's got to be pretty ugly for a dude to not want to get crazy up in there.
President femcel lady here says this.
Spurt that magic juice up in that. Oh, God. Stop it.
Yes.
Oh, no.
Wanted. And I want to feel wanted by someone other than some random ass creep online.
Right. I want to be wanted by the top 5% of men because I deserve it.
Who's old enough to be my father.
Oh, a commercial. All right, Fuzz is making some money here. Good. There we go. Go play the pumpkin game. What the fuck?
And of course, that is poppycock and bloody nonsense. There's no way.
Excuse me, did he say poppycock? He said poppycock.
That this D&D chick is at a table full of dudes. And they're all 45-year-old dudes that want her. Okay. Yeah, right. But two, that at this round table of people that have similar interests to her, none of them.
No, that chick, she can't be a femcel. She's pretty. Then again, I'm a woof. Woof, woof. I'm a dog.
That this D&D chick.
Here, let's go back and see her again.
Creep online who's old enough to be my father.
Yeah, she's getting pounded 17 ways from Sunday by lots of random cock. She just can't find herself a boyfriend. She can't get that 5% man to commit to her. That 5% man won't text her in the morning. He doesn't give a fuck because he's a... Oh my God, how could you be so mean to a redhead?
And of course,
and almost red.
Random ass creep online.
Close enough.
Who's old enough to be my father.
Yeah, that's kind of icky.
Of course, that is poppycock and bloody nonsense. There's no way that this D&D chick is at a table full of dudes, and one, they're all 45-year-old dudes that want her.
Fuck.
Okay, yeah, right. But two, that at this round table of people that have similar interests to her, none of them are worthy. None of them are worthy. None of them are worthy of you, oh neurotic, average or slightly above average, random teenage female. You're like 19, 20, I don't flipping know. Like none of those dudes.
See let's see. Johnny Midnight says Poonschweiger. Is that a German sausage? Ja, eine Poonschweigen. Ja, do it. Give me a beer. and a Poonschwager. Oh my God. Here we go.
Dudes who have the same interest as you at that round table that you spend 5 hours playing D&D with is worthy.
Johnny Midnight says hot chicks can be boring and humorless. Yeah, probably. Not that I would know. Oh, what? What are you saying, hamster? I think you know.
See, that's kind of the thing, right?
Yeah.
Ultimately, you guys have to understand that there's a really big difference, okay, between people complaining about the fact that they're not worthy and people complaining about the fact that nobody is worthy for them.
Yeah, it's really weird too, because some of these younger women, 20, 21, they get a lot of shit from other women who, if they decide to go out with a 35-year-old, oh my God, he's robbing the cradle. Oh, he's taking advantage. He's manipulating you. My God. It's a choice. No. He's a creep. Just, oh my God. That's why this shit is so much fun. It's such a complicated wasteland of bullshit. It's fun, isn't it? Yes.
They can't really functionally share the same umbrella. They're not the same issue.
Yeah.
And it makes sense as to why there's so much frustration between lonely females and lonely males.
Juan is lying. Juan Fresco Chezo. What? Fresh cheese. Juan is here.
Lonely males are lonely because
and he's hanging low, if you know what I'm saying, ladies. Hola. Oh, yeah.
Women don't want them. And lonely females are lonely because they don't want men.
Exactly that. No one thinks I'm good enough. No one is good enough for me. And the ones that I really want, they bus and they leave and they don't call me and they don't text me. Oh my God. Let's whine on TikTok. Duh. Oh God. I mean, it really isn't all that complicated, is it? You go for a top shelf dude and you think, oh my God. And these women and men too. It's not just women, but make up these stories. Oh my God, we're going to be happy forever. Oh my God, we're going to have children and like a couple of dogs and shit. And he blows his load and fucking never talks to her again. Oh my God, all men are evil. Okay. Sure.
In other words, it's a self-imposed problem that no one can actually really do anything about.
There's a reason why lesser men put the pussy on a pedestal. You know why that is? Because they rarely get around one. Know what I'm saying? It's like some chick gets drunk one night and you happen to be the rando, the experience she wants, and you go and you're like, oh my God, I'm in love. Oh, she's so great. She smells nice. And oh my God, she even came. It was great. And she never talks to you again. Kind of sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. Women feel the same way, except men would feel that way about a lot of women. Women feel that way about only a few men. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Ironically, the incels plight is something that there's an entire half of the human civilization that could do something about.
I mean, see, he hates women, obviously. Mr. Fuzz, women are 51% of the population. You hater. My God.
Hopefully you guys get the implication I'm putting there.
Yeah.
I understand that lots of ladies don't like unattractive men.
Ejaculate and evacuate. Oh my God. You're one of those players, are you? You're a Riggs, are you? Giving herpes to the entire population of the
The only
earth.
problem
Oh
is
my
if you
God.
stretch the definition of what unattractive is, well, again, you've more defeated yourself than you.
Unattractive is when I get up and look in the mirror in the morning. It's like, oh, Jesus Christ. How old are you? What the hell happened? I thought you quit smoking and that to help with the no, didn't really help. No.
You've actually
not at
really
all.
helped. A lot of what I see with dating in general is women more or less.
There's threes in the chat, so it must be exciting. Oh my God. I wish I could be there with you.
Picking men that they find attractive and then just kind of hoping that he's an all right person.
Yeah.
They just like, if he's a good guy, then they're just like, oh, wow, he's great. Like,
Spearman is here. Hello, Spear.
they didn't really like think critically about it. They didn't really.
Hey, Scharzenovel. What'd you think of my German? Ja, give me a Punenschwitzel. Ja, I'll do it. Und Bier. Ja, do it now. Schnell. No? Didn't work out so well. Okay. Well, I tried.
Really like do anything particularly to sort him out. They just did the same thing they were doing before. And now finally they met a dude that's great.
Of course. I know nothing. Now, this is the crazy shit, but Hogan's Heroes was a show. I believe it was back in the 60s. And that was 20 years after World War II and Hitler and all that shit. Stalag 13. People were laughing. My grandfather used to watch it. He wasn't in Germany. He was in Japan or the Pacific Theater. But he was like, and it was funny. They were making fun of the fucking Nazis 20 years after the whole crazy thing in World War II. Hogan's Heroes. I know nothing. Colonel Klink. Sergeant Schultz. Ja. Mit me be a schnitzel. Do it.
They lucked out, but they lucked out. It's not, you didn't get better at dating. You just.
Spearman says, der Superkampf. Ja. Where's the Krankenwagen? I need that and a big bunch of beer. Yeah.
Got lucky. And that's not really sustainable system or functional system that even makes sense considering how like intelligent we as human beings should be. What does this have to do with the femcel, you may ask?
I don't know.
Well, everything.
I was wondering.
Again, the femcel has to over-exaggerate the unattractive males in order to make a point.
They have to exaggerate the horrors of them. Oh my God, being alive is terrible. I mean, the women are always oppressed. Got it. Well, they're not oppressed when it comes to dick. Any one of them can get dick right now. It's not that hard.
Again, let's just go back to this here.
Random ass creep online
Oh, yeah.
who's old enough to be my father.
Excuse me. One of the advantages of women, of this woman, like, I mean, she's cute and everything. She's young. If she were 40, no.
Far away from the Constitution.
Oh my God, you're a pedo hamster. No, she's an adult, isn't she?
In many ways, we don't even recognize it.
So that wouldn't be a pedo, would it?
We think that we're becoming more advanced
Okay.
by abandoning the Constitution and adopting something like an administrative state.
I mean, that's a horrible piece of shit too, isn't it? Oh my God, you go for younger women. Robin the Cradle, you're a pedo. You're creepy. What? Is she adult? She 18? 19, 20? What's creepy about that? She's a fucking adult. I'm terribly sorry. Oh my God, you should go out with women your own age. You creep. Why? If you can pull 20-year-olds, why wouldn't you? Leonard Leonardo.
Why did she have to say that they were 45-year-old, 41, or they're old creepy dudes? Really, my friend? You're telling me there ain't nail one 19-year-old dude in your, not nail one. Not one dude on Tinder, Bumble, or Hinge, or whatever. Not one dude close to your age that would wish to court you. Not bloody one.
Not one. No.
Like, come on. It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And it is in that ridiculousness that really what you just have to say is, honestly, my friend, you just don't like your options.
There's something wrong with
And
you.
as much as it's your prerogative to not like your options, that's your problem. And no one can really do anything about that problem. But, well, you. And whether you choose to become attractive to men you don't find attractive, or you reevaluate why you don't find them attractive, or you think critically about it, again.
But they're so creepy. They're so creepy.
And that's kind of all on you. There's nothing really else, no one else can really do. Unless
Not enough vodka. Oh, come on, Seraphim. She's not that bad looking. I mean, she's probably 2021, you know. She's fit and full of energy and wants to jump your bones.
you then can turn to men and tell them, you have to become attractive for me. Sounds rather entitled, I would say, but
same old shit, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, most people don't ever really think about how entitled young ladies can.
Kevin Killjoys, Betty White, and who? Jessica Tandy. Oh God, what's her name? I'll think of it in a minute because I can't think of it now. Helen Mirren. Oh, she could rob my cradle anytime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And Jenny Agutter. Oh my God.
I find rather odd that no one ever.
Oh, can I be your boy, baby? Oh God.
Stops to think about that.
Oh.
Not that femcells don't have.
Jenny Agutter, American Werewolf in London, Logan's Run, Equus, Helen Mirren, Age of Consent. Oh my God. And Excalibur. She was the evil sister in Excalibur. Oh my God. Please, Helen. Take me to your room. Do it.
A legitimate problem. And I say that in quotations, more mocking myself than them, because, like, it's not.
Yeah, Jenny Agutter. Ooh. American Werewolf in London is a pretty good show, actually. Logan's Run's good. She is just a. Oh, my God. And Walkabout. Oi! Let's go on a walkabout down in Australia. We go see some crocodiles, and we'll go see some drop bears. And we'll. It's not bad. Actually, I'm getting better at it. Walkabout is an interesting show. If you want to, Goldie Hawn. Now, she's been with Kurt Russell forever, right? Kurt Russell's a good-looking dude. You know, he's a good-looking guy. When he was younger, it's like, oh, yeah. Even now, he's still pretty hot. You know, I'll give him that.
It's not fair.
Now, Goldie Hawn. Now, she was on the, what was it? What was that show? Laugh In? Back in the 60s and 70s. Yeah. She was smoking.
For me to just completely not care about their problem, like to just dismiss it offhand. Like, that's not fair. Like, their problem
Ellen Mirren
is
was
their
banging.
problem.
Excuse me.
But it is
What?
also, in keyword, their problem.
My girl was banging Liam Neeson. Oh, my God. You know, in Excalibur, by the way, Jean-Luc Picard was in that. Did you know that? Yeah. Yeah, he played one of the night. You can't pull that sword out of the rock. You're not the king. Oh, that's a great fucking movie, by the way. If you haven't seen Excalibur from 1981, go ahead and put that on your list. It's a good flick. Really is a good flick.
Which sounds goofy, but you got to understand that ultimately it's an issue of perception.
And I mean, wasn't it the dude from Pink Floyd or something that was the lead character? King Arthur.
Whether or not it's relative.
Excuse me. There's no King Arthur. It's just fish and chips.
To their hypergamy, to XY, evil side, blah, 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 whatever nonsense you want to come up with. Or it is just simple as.
There's no sanctuary. Yes. That was, I can't remember his name, but I know her name, Jenny Agutter. Ooh, baby. I love you. She's going to love me right back.
they literally have a null and void scanner for most average men, as in like you occupy space. You're not.
Oh yeah, and Margaret. Oh, Natalie Wood. Oh my goodness. Ooh wee. Rebel Without a Cause. If you're interested, James Dean was banging her like they were shagging like a shagging wagon back in that when they were making that movie, and I can understand why. She's hello.
Registered as a human of which I can reproduce.
Who else was hot? Barbara Eden. She was I Dream of Jeannie. Elizabeth, what's her name? The witch girl. Holy shit, was she hot? Oh my God. Elizabeth something. Elizabeth whatever. But the witch, Bewitched. Holy shit, boys. That was a piece of ass there.
With like you exist in my way and I have to move around you. Like whether men are amorphous blobs of which just occupy space for the female brain, regardless of what the issue is, it's kind of their issue, which is extremely ironic because most people oftentimes
What about Sophia Loren? Oh my God. Stop it. Oh, Jesus Christ. And Faye Dunaway. Was it Faye Dunaway? I think she was in Bonnie and Clyde. Ooh. Oh, damn. Damn. My eyes are smoking. They're melting. She was. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What are you going to do?
Smirks the incels cry.
I mean, we like beautiful women. We like ugly women. We like women. Sorry. We're walking away from it because it's too much bullshit. But God damn, man. Ho-ho.
As their own personal issue, but not the incels. Most people don't.
Raquel Welch. Yep. Farrah Fawcett. We could go on and on. Oh my God, Farrah Fawcett. She's like that was a long time ago. I was young then. Never was a big fan of Farrah. And she's all right. She aight. You know who I really thought was hot? Remember Laverne and Shirley? Not Penny Marshall, but the other one. Ooh. Wee. Yeah.
Really stop to even discuss or talk about the fact that there are lonely women. But most people also don't talk about the fact that, or femcells don't talk about the fact that they.
Because the other, the one that wasn't Penny Marshall, she was in American Graffiti. That was Ron Howard's girlfriend, Lori or Linda or something. Oof. Oh yeah.
Hilariously enough, can't even complain about being alone, which is it.
Snowstorm says we. Excuse me. How do you say we? Back at
interesting.
Yeah.
It kind of proves the point of every incel in the world.
Lori from American Graffiti just died. Oh God. Well, I mean, she would be about 85 years old, so good. God bless her. She hopefully lived a good life and everything. But yeah, American Graffiti is another movie. If you haven't seen it, you should probably watch it. It's pretty good. Ronnie Howard and Lori, whatever her name is, Richard Dreyfuss, Suzanne Summers, I believe, was in that, and Harrison Ford. And oh God, there's so many stars in that one. It's a really good flick. It's good. Try it if you haven't seen it.
For every black pill, every red pill, it kind of proves the point of it, and it explains why people don't think
Isabella, Johnny. Sure. Yeah. Let's go.
Themselves exist, why they don't care about them. But it is an important point to bring up. Extremely important. And
now, meow. Some people say, oh my God, Marilyn Monroe. I was never really I know my old man is like he's 89. He's still like, I'm gonna choke that chicken to Marilyn Monroe. Not really my thing. Yeah. I mean, she's certainly all right. But Veronica Lake. Hello. How you doing?
And that is, femcells can't really complain.
Yeah, Wolfman Jack. Yeah, you're right. Ooh, yeah. Wolfman Jack, Richard Dreyfuss, all those. It was a great freaking movie. You're right. It was a slice of time, and it was reflecting, of course, back in the 50s. A really good flick, if you haven't seen it. And they're trying to buy booze. Remember that? And I'll take three pints of whiskey. Jesus. God.
Not just because they get to the incredulous dudes that,
and most of them went to Happy Days after Ronnie Howard and all those people.
Compare and contrast their experiences to theirs, but also because a lot of the times whenever women do complain about being alone,
Mackenzie Phillips was in that movie with Harrison Ford. And he's in the car and she's like, oh yeah, I'm like 17 or whatever. And she's actually like 13 or 12 or something, really young, right? And Harrison Ford, oh, we should go make out. And Harrison Ford is okay. So he stops the car and says, all right, let's make out. No, I don't think I want to. Because he obviously knew she was a 12, 13-year-old girl. Dropped her off and there was nothing. Harrison Ford, I'm telling you, he was a stud. He was a stud back in the day.
it sounds more like a broadcast than a complaint. Because what women typically oftentimes say that they want.
Yeah, he was the bad guy, right? And at the end, they rolled the car. Was it Harrison Ford that rolled the car? I can't remember. There was a race at the end. It was like Sunday morning at like 4:30 in California, and they had a race. And I think it was Harrison Ford that rolled his car. But he was the fucking dude. he was yeah. And Ronnie Howard, of course. It's like, oh, Lori's going off to college. Everybody knows what that meant. Or Ronnie was going off to college. Come on now. You know what I'm saying. Come on now.
Can be served by anyone.
Yeah.
The only problem is because they're not being specific, saying that they want a particular type of man to give them what they are asking for, most people will either get annoyed at the fact that they're complaining.
Saunders! Oh my God, Colonel Sanders here. Chicken wing. How you doing? How are you, sir? Go ahead.
About a problem that is entirely their problem.
Chicken
It'd be
man.
like me complaining about the fact that, like, I don't know, I can't get taller. I'm 6'1" as it is. That'd be kind of a weird thing to complain about.
I'm still up, Mr. Saunders, Colonel Sanders. It's only 11:30. The only reason I'm going to shut this stream off is because I ran out of beer. Oh my God. I could still go to the Quick Trip, but I ain't going to do that. You know why? Because I'm kind of drunk. I ain't going to drive my car. Know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
It would be like me complaining about the fact that I signed up for a subscription that I can easily unsubscribe to, right? Like the power is mine, right? It's entirely in my control to do something about it. Yet I complain about the fact that there are all these different subscriptions I have to sign up for. I don't have to sign up for any of the subscriptions. That's what the femcel complaint sounds
like. Yeah, I don't have to sign up for shit. But yeah, he's Fuzz is right, of course.
Like, because whenever you hear a woman,
Johnny Midnight, it's snowing here. Oh my God. Snowing. They just had 3-4 inches up in the south suburbs of Chicago yesterday. And this morning I got up, it was
complain about being
34 degrees, and the wind was fucking cold. Really, for the the end of March and
alone.
Supposed to be hot by
this
now.
Is what comes up. Something along the lines of this video I saw the other day.
But you know what? I'll take the cool weather. Because in another week or two, it'll get hot and it'll stay hot for 9 fucking months. Missouri is not a pleasant place to be in the summer. Sorry. I love it here. People are great. Blah, 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 but it's fucking hot. It's really hot.
These requirements for my future husband. The list is actually so short.
Hello. I just love how she coordinates the colors of her top with her earrings. Oh my God. What's my name? It's Dylan Mulvaney.
It's just really
Stop
hard
it.
to find. That's the problem. So
fantastic in the summer. Okay, well, if you're living on the Lake of the Ozarks or something, it's probably cool. But here in the big city of St. Louis, it's just fucking hot and humid all the time.
number one, he needs to be like a God-fearing Christian man.
Midwest is good. Yeah, Saunders, I like winter. I like a little 10 below zero and snow blowing, Kind of nice. Around Christmas. After that, fuck it. Like this year was fine. It was cold around Christmas a little bit. Just a bit. Like, and then it got warm and it was fine. Yeah, I'll take that. Not a problem.
That is,
I suppose that's what we have here in the Mid-South, boys. We get a little bit of cold and then the rest of the time it's pleasant or hot. Yes.
actively living a Bible-led lifestyle, not just
Yes, it's hot and humid and sucks. Yeah, Missouri is well, it's nice. The people are cool and all that, but goddamn, in the summer it gets fucking hot here. It really gets hot. And this is a boy who grew up in Florida, lived in Texas, lived in Arizona for a while. It's brutally fucking hot in Missouri. A lot of people don't realize it. It's fucking hot. And it's coming soon.
this. I believe. in
So I'll
God,
take the cold
living
right now.
loosely and just
All right, I'm
living.
sorry. Let me
Not-
let's get this
that is
chick back on here.
one
She's cute.
so short.
Yeah.
Today.
Necessities
Love that hair.
requirements
Yeah.
For my future husband, the list is actually so short. It's just really hard to find. That's the problem.
Okay. So what are you looking for?
So number one, he needs to be like a God-fearing Christian man.
Okay, well, that's a good start. Good. Yep. God-fearing Jesus Bill guy. Yeah. Good.
That is actively living a Bible-led lifestyle.
Again, good. Perfect. The question, of course, would be, are you doing that? You know, I mean, are you no?
Not just I believe in God vaguely, loosely, and just living crazy. No.
Okay. All right.
Like, let's be for real.
Okay.
Number 2, 3, and 4 really is just like loyal, family oriented, and a leader.
Okay. So we got a God pill guy. You guys believe in Jesus or Muhammad or whatever? Okay, good. So, okay, first step. Second, loyal. Yeah. I'll be loyal. So, what is our friend here not saying? What is this lovely woman not saying? And you're supposed to assume. Oh, yeah, he also has to be good looking, tall, big dick, lots of money, fancy car, blah, blah, blah. Right? So she wants the top 5% Chad, but he has to be a God pill guy. She's not saying that, but that's what she means. Let's listen to it again. Let's go back. Listen to what she's saying. And I'm sure Fuzz will get there eventually. Go ahead.
Video I saw the other day.
Necessities requirements for my future husband. The list is actually so short. It's just really hard to find. That's the problem. So number 1, he needs to be like a God-fearing Christian man.
Mm-hmm. And
that is actively living a Bible-led lifestyle.
And
not just I believe in God vaguely, loosely, and just living crazy. No. Like,
and
let's be for real. Number 2, 3, and 4 really is just like loyal, family oriented, and a leader.
And
that's it.
And so
now, Mr. Fuzz here, 6'1", good-looking man. He's in shape. He's fit. Basketball player. All that. Athlete. Probably doesn't have a lot of money. I don't know that. Hopefully, he's making a ton from this YouTube thing. Perfect fit. God-fearing man, Christian, believes in God, follows the Bible, doesn't do weird shit. Not good enough.
So the issue then becomes, well, I can do that.
Yeah. Yes. But it's the unsaid that isn't said. Well, yeah, I need this God pill guy with all this other shit and a big dick. Oh my God. The funny thing is these women think we haven't figured this out yet. They don't. Men are stupid. Oh my God. Oh yeah, we want a nice guy with gods and Jesus and all that stuff, and also a big schwanker and lots of money and tall and good looking and handsome and do they really think we don't know?
You say,
do they really think we don't understand what's going on here?
you just want a nice Christian leader. That's easy mode. That's simple.
Yep.
But then becomes a reality. And that reality is, you think she's imagining me, this face, doing
Nope.
that? No, of course not. If she did, she'd be done. I'm not super attractive. I'm all right, I think. I think I'm an okay looking person.
Yeah, you're a good looking guy. But not good looking enough for little princess there. You check all the other boxes, but you're not Chad Thundercock.
I think. They don't have very many.
Oh, God. Seraphim went to 18. Oh, God. Oh, no. Oh, my God. What are we going to do now? I don't know. I don't know. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel
Facial
fine.
deformities. Am I an all right looking guy?
36 below zero in Nebraska. Saunders, get the fuck out. No. Come on now. Come on now. 36 below zero. That's North Dakota kind of weather. What are you talking about? That's fucking one fast stack weather up in there in the Saskatchewan or Alberta, wherever he is, up there in the cold. Oh my God.
I'm confused. I don't know where I stand on that. To be serious.
Maybe you were reading the thermometer wrong there, sir. Maybe you had a few drinks.
Oh, my friends. Whenever femcells or lonely women, maybe it might be better to call them, make complaints.
Yeah, snowstorm. I like a little cold personally, but just around the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas. After that, fuck it. I don't care. You know, I like a cold, snowy day on like Super Bowl Sunday. That'd be nice. Other than that, fuck the cold. I didn't know. But again, on the other side of that, I don't like the fucking heat either. So I'm just one of those weirdos, I guess. I mean, you get one or the other. But in Missouri, it's not terrible. Like Iowa, maybe Minnesota, the Dakotas, Wyoming. You get a little more cold than hot, but you could probably put up with it. But here in Missouri, we just get like a month of cold and the rest of the time it's fucking hot. Although today it's beautiful. Oh my God. Brandon Trueblood can tell you it was an amazing day. I'm telling
Men
you.
like myself.
Yeah.
It sounds more like you're advertising because what you're asking for is extremely easy to obtain. The problem, and this is where the miscommunication comes from, is you don't want it from us.
Iowa idiots out wandering around. Stop it. Now, Wisconsin's nice too. But it gets more cold in Wisconsin. But I could deal with it. If there was a redhead who lived up there somewhere that I could,
You want it from someone else in your imagination, which doesn't necessarily have to.
Oh, there is there? Yeah.
Be what we call a Chad or a Tyrone or whatever. God. It just isn't most men, because most men are perfectly able to give you what you ask for. I remember way back when I made a video response to Savannah Brown, and she's all angsty, and she's all like, no one's gonna like me, and no one cares. Something along the lines. I don't remember.
We don't even remember.
I remember that
because what it sounds like is a bit. It's chin music. Nobody even knows what they're saying. Hey, Jesus, God.
Video where basically.
Yeah. Thank you, Saunders. Said one, please.
Basically, I was simping for her. I was simping with a purpose, right? And the purpose was that there's a weakness I recognize that I have. That lots of men have, actually. I'm not really special in that regard.
Okay.
And that is, whenever we see women asking to be loved, our brains are just like, well, I can do that. And that, my dear lonely female or femcell friend, if you've even made it this far in the video, which
right.
I doubt that you have, to be honest.
Well, I'm here. We're still here.
Honest with you. Yeah. That's why it's extremely difficult, not just for me, but for most men, really, most any incel actually as well, to empathize and truly understand or have any sympathy for such.
Yeah. No, I don't, Johnny. No, Elizabeth is out of my league, and she lives 4,000 miles away. But if she was, kind of here local, like, hi, how you doing? How you doing? Yeah.
Such plight.
But you don't. So
because when you complain about the men that you want, you don't add the caveat that
change your avatar to Elizabeth. Well, I do have her hat's picture here somewhere. I'll have to find that. I sent her a song, you can leave your hat on, and she put a lot of hats on. So I guess I know where I stand with that.
A specific attractive man of your dreams or whatever you imagine or think of. You just say you want a nice, kind, sometimes we'll sprinkle in Christian, which
and also tall, good looking, big dick, lots of money. Yes.
That's more particularly Christian women who say that. It's not really a general thing. Nice, kind, great leadership.
Saunders says, guys, in all serious, you're gay. All of you are gay.
Male, whatever.
Oh my God.
And most men are just like, well, that's easy. I can do that. Even if it isn't easy, they're just like, I can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Only to find out that you want it from a specific person, a particular type of person, an archetype of a person, an attractive person, and however you imagine it. And when that's the case, you create a little bit of a bait and switch, or at least it feels like a bait and switch. The entire bait and switch that kind of is the lifeblood of the concept of the red pill from start to finish, but it's a bait and switch nonetheless. And which is why another reason why it's really frustrating to really interact with or talk to femcells. And that bait and switch is, you say you want all the nice good things that are easily obtainable, but you only want it from a particular type of person that you find attractive. And to be honest with you, finding the person attractive could be even as simple as a dad bod, kind of looks like he works out a little bit, but he's kind of pudgy. If that's what you want, and that's what you want all the character traits attached to, then when skinny, dweeby dude with big, thick glasses comes along to give you his heart, he's not what you want. And if you don't address the fact that ultimately your issue is you don't like the people who are coming up to you more than anything else, not that they're not great, but that you don't like them and that it's your personal problem, honestly, it's not even something society could even begin to do anything about. As much as we can try to look smack young men and get them presentable and try to make them look good, it is a bit
it's a complicated thing.
Hilarious to me that in the realm of which women actually do need to take responsibility for themselves, we actually have all that fire and fervor for young men to have some hyper agency to take care of themselves, which will lead us into the next video, so stay tuned. In conclusion, femcells, I get it. You don't like the men that want you, and you have no obligation to like those men.
Right.
But what you have to contend with, though, my friend,
you're gay, Paul. Everyone's gay. Father Saunders thinks we're all gay. So, hey, let's have a gay day. Oh, my God. Drink some beers and have some.
Again, I highly doubt many of you made it this far in the video, is that it is your problem. It's only something you can do anything about. A lot of people think that their attractions to
everyone is gay. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Everyone is gay. Everyone is gay. There you go. Perfect chord progression.
Humans is static and unchanging, and it can't be different. And I fundamentally disagree. But that would go be.
Yeah. Well, Flanders might have, I don't know if he's gay, but there's a fighting chance that he likes to, have his pole stroked by another dude. Oh no!
Beyond the scope of this video. So in conclusion, I get it, but it's still your problem. And ultimately, only you can really do anything about that. If men are indeed truly as well as you make them out to be, evaluate why. Is it truly because these dudes?
Easter, I remember I was on the radio at the time when Nirvana came out with Smells Like Teen Spirit. And I had to edit it because, the intro was like 45 seconds. That's not radio friendly. So I had to edit it. Yeah, it's fucking amazing. Almost Beatles-like changing of the environment. So, heart-shaped box, and they had, they had so many good songs in 3 years before Kurt got found the shotgun. Is that? I guess we could say that.
Just lack leadership skills, and they're just unambitious, and they're just mean, and they're just not smart, and they just are unserious, and they just don't care, and and all that bullshit. Is it really all of that, or is that you just don't like the way the dude looks? Because if it is that shallow, then my friend, you got some thinking to do.
Yeah.
So that being said, I still hope you guys got something out of today's video. I kind of doubt it, but if you did, I don't know, man. Go and click the like button. Go and click the subscribe button.
Yeah. Temple of the Dog. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Back when you were young, Saunders, and allegedly good looking. I don't know if that was even possible. I just giving you a hard time. All right. I'll check out now. I'm going to go to bed. Let's do it tomorrow after I find some more brewskis. Okay? See you later. Have a good night, guys. Bye.